Hi there, welcome back to Freeworld Heads Up. It's me and Sanjoy again here. So Sanjoy, what's been happening this week with the currency?
Yeah, we're desperately waiting for some excitement. It has actually got less volatile, and there also seems to be, well, I don't know, in my mind anyway, a definite feeling that we've, barring a huge swing to Brexit, we might have seen the worst of the sterling decline.
Okay.
The pressure, when there's nothing much going on, like right now, the pressure does seem to slightly keep it floating up. And today we hit 144.50. 10 days ago, we were hovering between 40 and 41. So that's pretty good. There's also the euro. The euro also seems to be doing the opposite thing, drifting downwards when there's nothing much going on. We're down to about 112.50 there. And that means that the cross, which is the euro GBR rate, is up to 128, and that was, we have seen that at 124.25. So, that's a sort of just a feeling that maybe the worst is over.
Okay, good.
And a lot of that is obviously from, there's two main topics. One is deflation. Are the economies going into negative territory in terms of growth? Draghi spoke after the ECB meeting. The poor man was almost pleading for some other source of stimulation apart from just reducing the interest rate.
Okay.
You reduce the interest rate and you charge people money for holding deposits in the central bank. That's not the same as encouraging them to invest, to build new factories, to increase productivity, to invest in the economies. And okay, if money sits around in this bank account or that bank account, that's quantitative easing to some extent, but it's not. It's not a change in the infrastructure. It's not really an adaptation to anything apart from interest rates.
Right.
So that's one factor, which is the inflation-deflation thing that's going on in Europe versus the rest. Also, the other thing, of course, is whether UK is to leave the EC. Well, the odds are lengthening on Brexit. It's starting to look like what the opponents would call the scare campaign is having its effect. And of course, the latest thing here is President Obama, who's here, I think, primarily to discuss what to do about Syria. And he's making some very clear indications as to what he thinks should happen. And of course, he's going to be speaking for America. So
I think it was one of the first things he said when he got off the plane that we should remain in the European Union.
Yeah, it's rather like because we have I think Brexit. Part of the Brexit argument is that we're such a strong trading nation. Look at our special relationship with America. And if I was a Brexiteer, I'd be looking for some encouragement rather than a wife who's perhaps leaving her husband to go off with her lover, but the lover says maybe you should just hang around a bit later.
Yeah, it's not fast.
It might not be the right time, to do this. I would be a bit crestfallen if I was a Brexiteer, but I'm not, so I'm happy. Meanwhile, back to, I think it's Bruce Curtis, isn't it? No, Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee. Who the hell is Bruce Curtis? Was he Batman, I think? Anyway, Bruce Lee, he announced his arrival with a lot of fanfare. We gave him a lot of attention. And then things went really quiet.
Yeah.
Of course, we had the rains in California. The reservoirs are in a healthy shape, I believe. a lot of water has fallen, but we didn't really get. I don't know whether the effect suffers from not being called El Nino, but we're still kind of waiting. Yet in Chile, we have some serious problems.
Yeah, in Chile there's been some real heavy rain over the last couple of weeks. Currently the grapes are out drying. The Thompsons are the last to dry, and they're out in the fields at the moment. And there's been, from what we've heard anyway, severe damage to that particular crop. That'll be your Thompson jumbo raisins and your Goldens as well. That'll be affected by these rains. Delays, higher prices, less availability. So altogether, not a great picture.
Yeah.
But it's even worse actually for the walnuts over there at the moment.
Okay.
I think this weekend there was talk of about over 100 millimeters of rain falling in the course of just one weekend.
Okay.
So you're seeing big volumes of the Chilean walnut crop, which is harvested slightly later than the raisins. Talking something about 30,000 metric tons of chandlers being affected by this particular rainfall over the weekend. So
yeah, I'm reading a bit of paper that 10,000 tons have serious damages. Well, it's always there's a paradoxical effect, of course, when the crop is spoilt, in that you get offers of cheap material as well. In the case of the walnuts, we're talking about maybe not so many light walnuts, maybe a sort of regrading to make what our understanding of what's a light half compromise a little. But it's a complication, and I believe that walnut prices are definitely firming. There's still material from America to deliver from the September crop last year, October crop, and that's going like hotcakes actually. So maybe a bottoming out of the walnut market, which has come down quite significantly.
yeah, certainly.
Let's hope quality is not too compromised. We're still at the level of not being able to assess the full extent of this damage.
Still be probably another 10 days before we have a rough idea. Probably this time next week we might have a much better idea of the exact position that we're in.
What about the flame shippers? Do you know? Are they offering? Are they withdrawn? Are they
Flames are continuing to firm, but that's still on the back of what was the high raw material price. Flames dry slightly earlier than Thompsons in the season.
They're safe.
So the majority of flames are now in out of the drying fields and in warehouses ready to be processed.
Okay.
So the flames are not as badly affected as Thompsons or Crimson raisins will be later in the crop. So
okay.
Those are the ones, if you're looking to book, certainly keep your eye on that going forward.
Yeah, of course, already a huge problem with Goldens. Everything was late, I guess.
Exactly, yeah. There was 10 days on the harvest right from the start, so later harvest, later drying, and then we've been hit by these rains as well. So it's kind of a perfect storm of problems for raisins this year in Chile.
Yeah. So it may be El Nino, it may not, but there's certainly a lot of rain in the west. There's also drought conditions starting to appear now in India, and that will affect these almost opportunistic crops like sesame. Sesame market is still moving up as people wonder whether how much sesame is going to be able to be planted between the 2 wheat crops. So we are getting El Nino-like disruptions, and they have secondary effects as well, because weather disruptions lead to drops in demand. People have they want to survive. They don't want to buy TVs or whatever it is. So you get conditions of very low or negative growth economically following serious weather disruption like drought. So more trouble coming that way.
Certainly.
So, but that's it.
Yeah, I think that's all for this week. Thank you very much for watching, and take it easy.
Bye-bye.